Hang on. Hey, they're all laughing at me. Well, there's lipstick on it now. In today's video, we are going to attempt to make an omelet out of one ostrich egg. I went shopping.
Ostrich eggs are the largest avian eggs you can get your hands on anywhere on Earth. There used to be some larger birds, but they're all gone right now.
The elephant bird, not a thing anymore.
Had like 13-inch eggs, but they were probably hunted to extinction. So now we have ostrich eggs, and we want to try some stuff with them.
Here's the basic idea. We have 2 ostrich eggs, and we wanted to see how we could cook them. Can we make one giant omelet, and can we make one giant egg in a basket? I've seen people do lots of videos online where they've cracked open an ostrich egg and they talk about making ostrich egg omelets or scrambled eggs, but they just portion it out. I want to try and make one giant omelet with one egg, a single egg.
Single egg omelet.
And if it works,
but with a real big egg.
Then I want to make an egg in a basket, or some people call them egg in a hole. It's where you take a
Toad
piece.
in a hole, I think, is sometimes.
Yes, you take a piece of bread. That'll work. You punch a hole in the middle, and then you put an egg in it.
Like that, kind of.
So we're going to use an entire loaf and see what happens. Now, we've been really careful in the studio with these recently. Everybody's been passing them around. We've been taking a look at them and very, very carefully holding them. But everything that I've researched tells me that the hardest thing about getting into the egg is actually getting into the egg. People step on these, like you can actually walk on them. I don't want to do that because I want to make sure we have these to eat today.
And hopefully we are going to open them in such a way that we have most of the egg
left
intact in case we want to do anything with them later. So I think we're going to try and just sort of like open a hole and get all the egg out. Well,
I'm going to try and drain one.
With this one, we may have to do a bigger hole so we can get the yolk intact.
Yes.
It definitely cuts into the egg.
Yeah.
Getting eggshell dust everywhere.
You went for a much larger hole than I was thinking, but I think it'll go together.
I don't know
nicely.
how big the yolk is.
Oh, it's massive.
So I just want to make sure that we can get the whole yolk out.
Okay.
All together.
1 ostrich egg equals about 2 dozen regular chicken eggs. So we're gonna need to core out a lot of this loaf. We have our basket for egg in a basket. How goes your cutting?
Cutting into the shell. I keep doing like another test to see like, okay, now if I carve deeper than that, we'll go all the way through. And nope, so I go all the way around a little bit deeper.
You're through.
I think I feel some egg on my hand.
Yep. Wow! Look how thick that shell is.
Oh, and there's the membrane I was talking about that is way more durable than a chicken egg membrane.
Holy cow. Wow.
Don't pop the yolk. Okay, here goes. Try and not pop the yolk. It may not survive.
I think it's more durable than we think it is. Wow!
That may be. That is a heck of an egg yolk.
Holy
and a heck of an egg.
Neat! I'm so happy about that! Wow. It sounds like China. Now the omelet will be a little bit easier, but with this one, we don't want to scramble it. We want to try and keep that yolk intact. Thank you. It's ready for egg, if we can get that whole egg in there. Should I squish the sides down anymore?
No, I think we're okay here. Let's try and make sure the yolk gets in and...
Holy cow!
Oh, well, almost.
If I tip it this way, I think we could.
I'm just trying to get that yolk more middle. There it is.
I scoot this side up just a little bit with a piece of bread.
Okay, yeah,
there
see
you
what
go.
you're going for. And top that off.
Keep going, keep going. It's okay if it spills a little.
All right.
An entire ostrich egg.
Whole ostrich egg, but
oh my gosh.
all the little shell dust now got into it.
It's okay. It's a little bit of extra calcium. It's fine.
So now we cook this for how long?
Well, you cook a regular egg for 10 minutes at 400 degrees, so we're gonna cook it for about 30 minutes at 325 and see what happens.
All right, this is all a big experiment.
We're guessing.
Egg loaf.
And
Go.
yep. Just the middle. Okay,
Two side
almost.
strips and a middle strip. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
Our omelet is complete, and I think it's time to feast. I've never tasted ostrich egg that I know of, so I'm gonna...
Oh my gosh, I was like, I had taken some pieces out as I was cooking it, and it hadn't even occurred to me that it might taste different.
Didn't really notice a different change?
I didn't notice a difference.
Oh, I think that's Kevin's end.
That's Kevin's end?
I want over here on the
Oh,
carnivore
yes.
end.
Cheese end.
It's gonna have a little bit of green onion, but
Mine has a little bit of cheese. That's delicious. Tastes like
tastes
an
like
egg.
egg.
Okay.
Doesn't really stand out as much different. Grace, do you want some omelet? We got some forks and knives over here. Oh, you came prepared with your own forks.
Okay, we have some food.
Kenan, you want in on this?
Kenan, come here. This is how you feed the entire team with one egg.
It's a tiny bit rubberier, but I don't know if that's a cooking thing or an ostrich egg thing.
I think it's pretty good.
I mean, that was mostly bacon, so I can't complain, but
Right?
There is 1.5 pounds of bacon in this omelet, which is probably a lot even for an ostrich egg.
I was gonna say it actually seems a little too, like, low of bacon.
Yeah, I feel like we needed a full 2 pounds.
There you go.
That's like a taco
I got a taco.
made of egg. I think Taco Bell tried that for a while.
Thank you for breakfast, guys.
Yeah, at noon.
Well, we should have breakfast at any time.
That's
I'm a fan
fair.
of Brenner.
I had that for dinner last night. I ran out of hash browns, so I used French fries. I felt like a
Same thing. Like my guy
College
for a
student.
breakfast dinner.
So it's been about an hour and a half now, guys, and we took this out at minute 15.
something like that. This would have been burnt to a crisp, I'm quite sure. It's pretty cooked. This side's still squishy, edible
Yeah.
toast level.
We wanted it to be toasted, so now let's see.
Let's see if I can just hold it underneath. There we go.
Okay.
All right. So we don't know how cooked through this is. Never done this before, obviously, and so we don't really know how long we were supposed to let it go. But we figure this is probably a good amount of time.
Go for it.
All right. We don't have.
Wait, before you do, or before you cut more, if it's good and it's ready to be eaten and it's still a soft middle yolk, then I should just be able to dip a piece of toast right into it. Okay,
All
I'm
right.
ready.
We don't have a great bread knife here in the studio, so.
Did we cook all the way through? We cooked all the way through it!
We certainly did, and it's not quite the same color
Wow.
as chicken egg. It's similar, but it's a little more clear and a
Yeah.
little less opaque white color.
So is this overcooked then?
It
Because you
might.
can't dip?
Well, for me it would be, but that's okay. Can you cut like a slice? I want to just try a slice of egg in the basket ostrich egg. It's falling apart. I'm just putting it all together.
Edible.
Wow. Okay. So now, with it separated like this, you can actually taste the yolk and the egg white. It's not all mixed in with other stuff. As Nate said, the egg white is not fully white. It's a little clearer.
It's not bad. Like, it's good. Hard to get your hands on and a little bit more expensive, even for the amount of eggs you'd have to compensate with. It would be way cheaper to go chicken eggs, like 25 times cheaper. Maybe there are places where ostrich eggs are plentiful and cheap.
Some places where it's a little bit more normal. I love it. This was a lot of fun. This was a fun experiment. We fed the entire team lunch and breakfast with an omelet, and now we have a loaf of egg.
So what do you think, guys? Are there other things that we should be making with ostrich eggs?
Say yes, please.
If there's
say
something
yes.
else you want to see, let us know. Maybe we'll give it a shot.
Guys, that's not all. You know, we've always got more for you to see. If you like this kind of content, hit that button down at the bottom to subscribe so you never miss out on the fun. We'll see you in the next one. Talk to you then.